Hello students, so far we have been discussing the chemical properties of metals and non-metals. Okay, in my last videos we have learned the reaction of metals and non-metals with the air and water. Today I will discuss the next very important chemical property of metals and non-metals, that is reaction of metals and non-metals with acid. When you hear the word acid, what comes in your mind? Yes, you must have learned acids are so to taste, it turns blue litmus to red. If a strong acid fall on your hand by mistake, it will burn your skin. You must have also heard about common acids like sulfuric acid, hydrochloric acid, etc. Okay. These acids also affect metals and non-metals. Okay. The acids like sulfuric acid, hydrochloric acid may react with metals and non-metals. To study how the metals and non-metals react with acids, let us perform a simple activity. Okay, let us take 6 test tubes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Yes, we can label these test tubes as A, B, C, D, E and F. Okay, in test tube A we put magnesium ribbon. Here we can put a magnesium ribbon, test tube A magnesium ribbon, and test tube B magnesium, its symbol is Mg. Okay, then in test tube B we can put aluminium foil, its symbol is Al, and test tube C you can put iron nail, the symbol of iron is Fe, and test tube D we can put copper turning salt, its symbol is Cu. Then test tube E, charcoal is nothing but carbon, and test tube F, sulfur, the symbol is S, the symbol of carbon is C. Here magnesium, aluminium, iron and copper, these are metals. Okay, carbon and sulfur are non-metals. Okay, non-metals. Then now we shall add a small amount of dilute hydrochloric acid. We shall add dilute hydrochloric acid about 5 ml to each test tube, 1 by 1. Yes, then we can add dilute HCl hydrochloric acid. Dilute hydrochloric acid. The symbol of hydrochloric acid is HC. Okay, dilute hydrochloric acid. 5 ml or 1 by 1 to each test tube. Yes. Okay. Now we now observe these test tubes, the changes occurring test tubes very carefully. While doing so, you can observe some bubbles in the test tube. Okay, some bubbles. Here some bubbles are formed. This indicates that metals, magnesium and aluminium, react with hydrochloric acid. The metals, magnesium and aluminium, yes, have reacted with hydrochloric acid. Yes, and yes, you see any changes happening in the test tube, the test tubes C, D, E and F. No, yes, no change. Yes, then there are certain elements which react with the acids very slowly. Yes, certain elements react with the acids very rapidly, but certain elements which react with acids very slowly. So, let us give some energy. Let us heat the remaining test tubes. The remaining test tubes. Okay. Yes. Can you see any changes after heating? Yes. You can see some changes in test tube C by heating. Very important. Okay. You can observe some changes in test tube C where iron nail is present. Okay. Yes, we can observe the bubbles in test tube C also. This means even iron nail also react with iron nail has reacted with hydrochloric acid. Yes, but even after heating, no changes in test tube D, E and F. This means that elements in D, E and F, that is copper, carbon and sulfur, have not reacted with hydrochloric acid. You have seen that in test tubes A, B and C, where we had magnesium, aluminium and iron metal, okay, some bubbles were occurring. Some bubbles are formed. Yes. Now, what does these bubbles formation indicate? Yes. The bubble formation indicates that a gas has been evolved. Yes. But which gas is evolved is still unknown to us, because the gas evolved in test tube A, B and C. The gas is colorless and odorless gas. So, how do we know which gas is evolved? For testing this gas, let us bring a burning candle over the test tubes A, B and C. Okay, a burning candle. Yes. What do you observe here? A pop sound when you take the candles over A, B and C. This indicates that the gas evolved is hydrogen gas. Okay? Hydrogen gas has the property of burning with a pop sound. Okay. So we can say that metals reacted with metals like magnesium, aluminum and iron reacted with acids. Here we take hydrochloric acid, forms hydrogen gas. Also form another substance during the reaction which is called salt. A salt also formed. In each case you will find hydrogen gas is evolved with the salt. Let us write the reaction using an equation. Yes. In first test tube we had magnesium ribbon. Its symbol is Mg, and yes, a few ml of dilute hydrochloric acid is added to this test tube. Hydrochloric acid, then magnesium reacts with the hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid, its symbol is HCl, forms hydrogen gas. Hydrogen gas, H2 plus a salt. The name of the salt is magnesium chloride. Formula is MgCl2. Yes. Magnesium reacts with hydrochloric acid. Okay. Forms hydrogen gas and a salt. The name of the salt is magnesium chloride. In the second case, aluminium metal. Aluminium, its symbol is Al, reacts with the hydrochloric acid. Yes, forms hydrogen gas and a salt, aluminium chloride. Aluminium chloride. Its formula is AlCl3. Okay. Yes. Then similar manner, iron reacts with hydrochloric acid. Yes, form hydrogen gas, and a salt. The salt is iron chloride. Iron chloride is formed. Okay. Okay. Now you can see in the test tubes E and F showed no reaction when we had charcoal and sulfur. Charcoal means carbon, charcoal and sulfur. We know carbon and sulfur are non-metals. So we can say that non-metals do not react with acids. Okay, finally we can say one thing. Metals like magnesium, aluminium and iron react with acids, forms hydrogen gas and salt, whereas non-metals do not react with acids. But what about the test tube D? Test tube D, where we have copper. Copper is a metal, still it do not react with hydrochloric acid. The reason is that the metals like copper, silver and gold are very low reactive metals. These metals do not react with acids. Yes. Then the main points. The very reactive metals, the highly reactive metals. Okay, the more reactive metals like magnesium, aluminium, iron, zinc react with acids to form hydrogen gas, but less reactive metals like copper, silver and gold do not react with acids, and the non-metals also do not react with acids. Okay students, in my next video I will discuss the next important chemical property of metal, that is displacement reactions. Okay students, goodbye, study well.